fingers. I'm just asking everybody, all the judges or anybody who's working on the case, to do what's right and do their job the correct way, even if you overlook something or didn't see something. Everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct, because you cannot use fraud to continue anything in this world. You can't use fraud to help you get forward in life. Then try to continue on your fraud. Just it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, the collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're all ready to and we did nothing wrong.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine, or somebody in her camp,
Okay.
and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay,
Okay.
about saying Rymir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. It was something
JayZ's legal nightmare just got way messier. What started as a money case is now spiraling into something way more serious, and now it's coming with fresh allegations that nobody saw coming. One of the biggest shockers, Rymir Satterthwaite, the man claiming to be JayZ's son, is saying why Jay's been dodging the DNA test, and it's wild. Rymir just dropped a bomb. His mom was underage when she allegedly got involved with JayZ, who was in his 20s at the time. Rymir's been in this legal fight for years, begging for recognition, but now he's done playing nice. And if that claim holds up, this might not just be a scandal, it could blow open a whole investigation. And get this. Before all this exploded, there were whispers that Beyonce herself was trying to keep Jay from acknowledging Rymir. Allegedly, she didn't want any outside kids messing up that billion-dollar legacy. Inheritance drama? That's a storm no one in the Carter Empire wants. So here's how it all began. Rymir claims JayZ had a fling with his mom, Wanda, back in the 90s. They reportedly used protection, but it failed. Wanda got pregnant, and that's when Rymir came into the picture, and ever since, he's been fighting for JayZ to own up. Back then, there was no social media, barely any phones. So when Wanda gave birth to Rymir, she had no way to reach JayZ. Her on and off boyfriend, Robert, ended up signing the birth certificate. But here's the twist. He knew the baby wasn't his. An insider claims Robert signed it while Wanda was still unconscious after giving birth. At first, he acted like he cared, but it turned out he used it to collect extra food stamps and benefits. Both of them were minors. He wasn't even legally allowed to sign anything. Rymir also dropped another bomb. His mom told him the truth when he was just 8 years old. JayZ was his real dad. Wanda had been trying for years to reach JayZ, hoping he'd step up, but every time she got close, lawyers and publicists shut her down. Still, Wanda wasn't backing down. She took it to court, trying to legally prove JayZ was Rymir's biological father. But just when things looked like they might move forward, the judge tossed the case, claiming there was no jurisdiction. Total shutdown. Even after a major setback, Wanda never gave up. She kept fighting for years, and before she passed away, she left behind a signed affidavit swearing that Sean Carter, aka JayZ, was Rymir's biological father. You'd think that'd force some accountability from JayZ, but nope, he stayed silent. Tired of being ignored, Rymir and his guardian Lily Coley took action. In December 2014, they filed a civil lawsuit pushing for JayZ to finally take a DNA test. This legal battle had already been brewing for 4 years, and still JayZ kept dodging that simple test. Why keep ducking it? Just take the test and move on, right? But here we are, 10 years deep, 14 if you count Wanda's original case, and JayZ is still refusing. At this point, it's looking shady, and people can't help but ask what he's really hiding. Rymir, clearly fed up, sat down with The Sun online to set the record straight. He denied chasing clout or cash, saying, "I don't want money or anything like that from JayZ. I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world. He's supposed to be a positive role model for our community." He shouts Black Lives Matter, but Rymir's not buying it. "Then tell the truth and take the test," he said. "If I'm not your son and nothing happened with my mom, why is your first answer always no when asked for a paternity test?" Rymir's guardian, Lily, added more shocking details. JayZ allegedly got Wanda pregnant when she was just 16 and he was 22. That age gap, it completely changes how people are seeing this now. It's not just messy, it's potentially criminal. A grown man and a teenage girl? Now it makes sense why things spiraled. This is no longer just about some paternity test. It's about how it all began, and that part of the story is the most disturbing. JayZ's refusal to take the test only fuels more suspicion. After all these years, why keep avoiding something that could clear your name in minutes? Instead of shutting down the rumors, he's letting them grow louder. And honestly, it feels like this might be bigger than just one test. Maybe it's not about family or truth. It's about protecting a billion-dollar brand, hiding a truth that could ruin everything. With the claim that Wanda was just 16, everything's starting to add up. Lily revealed Wanda told JayZ she was 18 at the time, so he might not have known her real age. Still, even if it wasn't fully his fault, it would have made him look real bad. And that's probably why he's kept quiet all these years. JayZ's history has fans raising eyebrows too. People have pointed out how he's often linked to much younger women, Beyonce, Aaliyah, Foxy Brown. So if the truth about Wanda being 16 ever came out, it would have been a PR disaster. Lily thinks this age gap is the real reason JayZ never acknowledged Rymir. When she and Rymir first reached out to his legal team, they didn't push back. In fact, they wanted to keep everything quiet. They even tried to offer Rymir a deal through JayZ's label, hoping it would all disappear behind the scenes. But Lily wasn't playing that game. She wasn't about to trade justice for a contract. She wanted the truth, all of it, no matter the price, because this isn't just about a paternity test anymore. It's about doing what's right and refusing to let the truth stay buried. Lily believes JayZ is way more focused on protecting his image than doing what's right, and that silence is only making people question his intentions even more. She recalled getting a call from JayZ's in-house lawyer saying they were helpful at first. They even brought up Rymir's music talent, hinting at signing him, but only after he finished high school. Lily shut that down, then suddenly new lawyers stepped in and their whole vibe changed. That's when Lily says it clicked. Wanda's age made the situation way more serious, and once that got on their radar, everything turned hostile. Rymir and Lily both claimed JayZ and Beyonce's team started playing dirty. They suspected JayZ's lawyers even tried to bribe Rymir's own legal team to sabotage the case. A desperate move to bury the truth and keep the Carter's brand squeaky clean. Rymir's frustration grew fast. It wasn't just about being ignored, it was about being silenced. And Lily backed him up, saying the pressure to keep things under wraps was heavy. To them, it was clear. JayZ was more worried about reputation than responsibility. The pressure was nonstop, almost like JayZ's team cared more about tearing Rymir down than reaching any fair solution. It left him feeling like the system was rigged against him, and the shady moves from JayZ's lawyers only made the injustice feel deeper. At this point, it's way beyond a DNA test. It's about the extreme lengths people will go to protect their image, even if it means burying the truth. Reports say Lily even turned around and launched legal action against their own lawyers, accusing them of secretly working with JayZ's team to sabotage the case. She claimed that backdoor collusion caused major procedural issues, getting the whole case tossed out of Philly courts. And when you look at JayZ and Beyonce's past, always playing it clean in public while keeping things airtight behind the scenes, it's not a stretch to think they'd pull strings to make this disappear. But Rymir didn't fold. Despite the legal mess and alleged dirty tricks, he kept swinging. He filed a Supreme Court motion demanding years of sealed documents, going all the way back to 2012 to finally be released. Rymir argued that keeping the court records sealed was blocking him from real justice, but the Supreme Court shut him down, saying they didn't have jurisdiction to reopen the appeals or unseal trial court records. So Rymir pushed harder. He filed with the appellate division next. That motion denied too. At this point, the frustration was unreal. It's like the whole system was designed to shut him out. All he wants is a fair chance to prove the truth, but every door keeps slamming shut. It's exhausting just watching it happen. Still, you gotta respect his grind. Rymir isn't just looking for a paternity answer. He's demanding accountability from one of the most powerful families in the game. And even with JayZ's legal team throwing every obstacle in his path, he refuses to back down. Most people would have folded ages ago, but Rymir keeps going no matter how shady it gets. That's not just courage, that's pure determination. Some folks are still defending the Carters, saying maybe they didn't realize how deep this went, that their lawyers and PR team kept them in the dark. But at this point, it's hard to believe anyone's completely unaware. But let's get real. JayZ and Beyonce knew everything about this situation. And instead of dealing with it head on, they decided to take shots at Rymir in their song Heard About Us. Yeah, they threw shade in the lyrics while avoiding the truth in public. They can't play the ignorance card when they've got a whole legal squad handling every move. By slipping sly lines into their music, they basically confirmed they knew what was going down, just didn't want to face it directly. This is their classic move. Stay silent in public. Let the lawyers deflect the mess and slide subtle jabs into a verse. But those lyrics didn't go unnoticed. In Heard About Us, they mocked Rymir with lines like, Billie Jean in his prime for the 1000th time, the kid ain't mine. And they call me dad kiddingly? You're not supposed to take this dad thing literally. Then JayZ casually drops, every day I'm getting sued, I show up to court without a suit. That wasn't just music, that was a message. Instead of taking responsibility, they used the song to dismiss it all like a joke. But to Rymir, this isn't some lyric, it's his life. And fans are starting to see through the act. Rymir fired back with his own track, throwing shots like, ninjas washed up still doing tracks like 55, us where the F you at, grown man stuck in his old ways. And he made it clear, this wasn't about beef. In an interview, Rymir said, this ain't about being petty. I just want the world to know I'm still rising, no matter what's said. And JayZ, I'm coming for the industry. He questioned the obvious. If he's not my dad and said it 1,000 times, why not just take the test? At this point, it's way beyond DNA. It's about being heard. Even Rymir's publicist backed him up, saying, if JayZ can throw shots in his music, then ER should be able to speak his truth in his songs too. Jay claimed he's denied being the father 1,000 times, but he's never said it to Rymir's face. So why is he still running? Some fans think Rymir's chasing JayZ for money, and sure, you get why they might think that, but Rymir stood firm. This ain't about a paycheck, it's about closure. It's about finally knowing where he comes from, and he's not letting that go. This isn't just some legal mess, it's personal. Rymir wants the truth so he can move on, not for fame or a payout. He said, now everywhere I go, people think I'm chasing JayZ for money or clout, but that was never it. He made it clear. I've got my own money. I work 2 jobs. I handle my business. I just wanted closure. I wanted respect from the court system, just like anyone else. But instead, I got brushed off. And recently, things took a sharp turn. Rymir and Lily dropped new claims, not just about JayZ, but Beyonce too. They accused her of being involved in keeping everything quiet and possibly manipulating things behind the scenes. And they believe Beyonce isn't just sitting back watching. They suspect she's using her power to protect the Carter image and bury this paternity case for good. Even more alarming, they claim intimidation tactics have been used on them for years. So now it's not just a battle over DNA, it's a fight against 2 of the most powerful names in the industry. And Rymir isn't backing down. Rymir claimed he was shot at after filing the civil suit against JayZ, and according to Dr. Lily, Beyonce might have played a huge role in stopping Jay from ever acknowledging him or settling the case at all. Not only did JayZ and Beyonce allegedly mock Rymir in their music, but Lily and Rymir say they've received threats tied to Beyonce's camp. That's what pushed them to sit down with Liz Crokin to spill everything publicly, just in case something happens to them. Lily also revealed that several insiders confirmed Beyonce was the one urging JayZ not to take that DNA test, and it wasn't just about inheritance. According to them, Beyonce wanted to protect Jay's image because if the truth came out that JayZ dated a teenage girl, got her pregnant, then ghosted her and their son, that would be devastating. Now it's all starting to click. Rymir's not just looking for closure anymore, he's ready to turn up the pressure and force JayZ to finally take that test. And if he keeps pushing, this could explode into a whole new scandal. And this ain't over, it's just getting started. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.